Fans of Mass Effect have waited 12 years for a new game. They're going to wait a little bit longer, but according to comicbook.com, they're saying the game is already ruined, and it hasn't even officially been announced yet.
What? What the fuck?
I guess it's something to do with BioWare being a gigantic crap company, especially with the release of Dragon Age: The Veilguard that they just released onto the world with little warning, I guess. Well, smart people had a good warning about it, but there are many unsuspecting people that just thought, well, it's a Dragon Age game. I'll get it and I'll play it, and well, they were none too happy. But either way, we're going to be talking about Mass Effect 4 coming out, and what to expect with that, and if BioWare is about to give the big old middle finger to their fans yet again. But first, I am Troy, this is Marks on Media, and if you could, before we get into the story, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to stay up to date every time I post brand new content. Now, let's get into it.
Marks on Media.
The last Mass Effect game actually released in 2017. It was a standalone sequel to Mass Effect 3 called Mass Effect Andromeda, but Mass Effect 3, the actual, the last big title for Mass Effect, came out in 2012. So for any of you keeping tabs, it's 12 years from now. We're quickly approaching 13 years because it actually came out in May of 2012. So it's been a long time coming that BioWare has been working on a sequel to Mass Effect. Andromeda just wasn't enough. You need Mass Effect 4, and they're working on that, and we'll get into that. But here's what comicbook.com has to say about it. BioWare has already ruined Mass Effect. There is no hope for the next Mass Effect game. They say BioWare finally released Dragon Age: The Veilguard last month, a release Dragon Age fans have been waiting 10 years for. Unfortunately, for both BioWare and fans, it's not delivered. It's not selling very well. It didn't light the world on fire critically. It has divided Dragon Age fans with its contentious changes and various shortcomings, and even got sucked into the ongoing culture war that has engulfed gaming. They 100% brought all of that on themselves. I've done multiple videos on it. My latest video about it, you could actually see, where it's just called Dragon Age: The Veilguard, where I actually have clips from the game, cut scenes from the game, where you can see the crap that they've inserted in there, and they make you play through, they make you watch. It's nuts, and it doesn't belong in a fantasy game at all. Completely immersion breaking, and it's just trash and stupid. But it's crap like that why they haven't sold very well. Plus the fact that it just didn't look very good to begin with. But as a result of the underwhelming release, many Mass Effect fans are now worried about the next Mass Effect game currently in development at BioWare, and this is a very reasonable concern. However, everyone seems to have forgotten there is nothing to ruin. BioWare already ruined Mass Effect back in 2017. This is Andromeda that I was talking about here. Back in 2017, BioWare attempted to reboot Mass Effect with Mass Effect Andromeda, a mediocre game plagued by many of the same problems that have weighed down Dragon Age: The Veilguard. We don't need to wait to see what modern BioWare does with Mass Effect, because we've already seen it try. And in the process, it shows itself not to be the shepherds of its future. Haha, shepherd, I get it.
I understood that reference.
The last time BioWare released a good Mass Effect game was 2012, when it released Mass Effect 3. That was over a decade ago. Many of those responsible for creating Mass Effect are no longer at BioWare. That's always a really bad sign, by the way, when you're going to get a sequel. The same is true with Dragon Age, and it's why Dragon Age: The Veilguard doesn't feel like a Dragon Age game. It's not a Dragon Age game, it's an imposter of one. Yeah, pretty much. At best, Mass Effect fans can hope BioWare does its best to make a very safe copy of the Mass Effect trilogy Dragon Age: The Veilguard shows it's not going to do this, though. Mass Effect fans hoping to return to its glory years of the series are going to be left disappointed. Unfortunately, that BioWare doesn't exist anymore, and with it has gone the BioWare magic.
He's dead!
What it is left is a husk of this former great team that is proving to be both inefficient at not just making great Mass Effect and Dragon Age games, but making games full stop. It has been a decade since BioWare released a great game. Since then, it ruined Mass Effect with its release of Mass Effect Andromeda in 2017. Then in 2019, it showed it is out of its depth when out of its comfort zone with 2019's catastrophic failure, Anthem. I've only recently heard of that game. I wasn't too deep into these type of games back in 2019, so I didn't even know that existed. But a friend of mine told me about that recently, and he talked about how trash it is. And he's not a culture war kind of guy either. He just said the game itself was straight trash garbage. And then in 2024, it killed Dragon Age. That's 3 strikes. Most studios would not survive a run of releases like this, let alone a development pattern of serious development issues. It has, though, and now it's set to bury the series it killed 7 years ago.
Not good. Believe me, not good.
I don't think anybody really gave a damn about Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Not many people bought it. Sales figures look like crap. And Mass Effect was a beloved series. I remember this back in the day. It was one of the... I think it was the only sci-fi RPG that was like really mainstream back in the day. It wasn't really my bag. I played Fable a little bit, but I wasn't huge into RPGs. But I knew a couple people that were huge, dedicated fans to it. And just based on name alone, kind of like Star Wars stuff, if they release Mass Effect 4 or they reboot it or whatever the hell, somebody will buy it. People will buy it. But it's not going to be that many. Especially if they have a showing like what they did with Dragon Age. Dragon Age: The Veilguard just failed. It didn't just come up short. It completely destroyed everything about Dragon Age, and they burned it down, and in its place they put a turd sculpture.
That is one big pile of shit.
And that may be exactly what they do with Mass Effect, especially if Andromeda was as bad as it was way back in 2017, and they're proving with the Dragon Age team, which, by the way, they moved as soon as they dropped this on us like a giant turd. Sorry to make multiple poop references, but as soon as they dropped Dragon Age: The Veilguard, they're like, okay, whole team is moving off of this game, going right over to Mass Effect. So it's the same exact team, same exact developers. So if you're thinking, oh, it's going to be different people, different team, whatever, nope, wrong-o, same idiots.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by ass.
You know, like they said, you swing and you miss only so many times. This will be 3 strikes and they're out. I don't know. This actually would be 4 strikes, yeah, because they mentioned Anthem, Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and then Andromeda in 2017. So I don't know. I feel bad for Mass Effect fans, just like I feel bad for... I have no emotional connection to Mass Effect or to Dragon Age, so I can only feel bad for them. I know what it's like, and, you know, my thoughts and prayers are with you. But anyway, if you guys could, please leave a comment down below what you think about all of this. Are you excited for a new Mass Effect game, or do you think they should just let the dead stay buried, not try to bring it back? Do you think this new BioWare team is just straight trash, or do you actually have some hope in them? Did you like Mass Effect Andromeda? Did you like Dragon Age: The Veilguard? Let me know if you disagree with any of these takes down in the comment section, or if you agree with them. I'd love to talk with you either way, but put it down in the comment section. Also, all the links to the articles that I covered can be found in the video description. If you could, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to stay up to date with me anytime I post brand new content, Monday through Friday. I am Troy from Marks on Media. We'll see you next time.